I mean, you said before when we talked about the Goldberg one, like that era where Goldberg was at the height of his WCW popularity was kind of when you were watching wrestling,
Yeah.
and you were kind of a fan. So that kind of goes hand in hand with NWO as well, right? The NWO kind of kickstarted maybe a year and a bit before Goldberg. What was your impression or memories of NWO at that time?
See, that's the weird thing is like I remember Goldberg and being a fan during that time. I don't remember anything about the NWO. The
Really?
my connection to NWO is really the pop culture version of it. It's the outside of wrestling people who know it, know the logo, and know, but they don't know anything about it. They just know that that sort of pierced the pop culture, purview in a way that I don't know that anything ever has really, because it's like
Yeah.
you see people wearing that shirt that's like really, but it's become something else.
Yeah. What one I will say on the surface, when I found out you were doing this documentary, I was like, oh, that seemed from our conversation previously as well, and some of your other work, I was like, oh, this seems to be a bit different to what maybe you would ordinarily do, or the kind of storytelling you might like, as far as because I think last time you told me you liked like a solo story or like
Yeah.
sports kind of orientated, and this kind of goes the other side, if you will. So was the challenge almost finding the angle for this, like,
No, no, definitely not. I'll tell you what the challenge was in a second. No, the angle was immediate. It
okay,
was I picked it because like I had a choice
oh
from a
nice,
list. Yeah, and I picked it because one, my team was like, if you don't do NWO, you're an idiot. And two, I thought like, okay, this is a chance to explore a topic that I wanted to explore in a from with a different character in sports.
yeah,
A while back, I just never could get it done, which is when the American public sort of fell in love with the villain, and we sort of, the concept for the entire film is NWO was the proving ground for making the villain the protagonist in storytelling.
mm,
And right from the start, you'll see like, oh, okay, like there's Tony Soprano and Walter White and all of these people who we revere, but they're terrible,
yeah,
but they're the main characters. That's
yeah.
NWO, and it started right then. So, um, the challenge was making Hulk Hogan a supporting character.
Oh wow, okay,
It's like you have this guy who's one of the biggest stars to ever walk the face of the earth, and I'm like, yeah, he's kind of the secondary storyteller. He's not really the main character. Um, that took some convincing and some like, trust me, this is gonna work. Which I wasn't 100% sure it was gonna work. Because Eric Bischoff is the main character in this one.
fair. Okay, okay,
Yeah,
no, that makes sense. I mean,
yeah.
was the convincing more the powers that be or Hulk Hogan himself?
No, it was more of like my own team. Like, I have this idea, and I mean, I think you think of like I think of documentaries the same way I would think of a scripted movie. Like this, put the stars on the screen, get out of the way, and let them do their thing.
Fair.
Um, and in documentaries, you don't always have that luxury because you don't know if the main subject is going to be charismatic or be able to like carry a movie, right? In this particular case, they can. So